Arthur Gray was a British writer and academic. He was born in 1852 and was educated at Blackheath Preparatory School and Jesus College, Cambridge. He was Vice Master of Jesus College from 1895 to 1912. In 1882 he married Alice Honora Gell. She died in 1927. He died at the Masters Lodge in Cambridge in 1940. We will review his 1919 collection, Tedious Brief Tales of Granta and Gramarye, a collection of mostly well-written Gothic horror tales. The Everlasting Club is a very masterfully written story of a diabolist club founded by several members of Jesus College in 1738 and presided over by the wicked Alan Dermot as president. Those who join it cannot ever stop being members even after death, and all members are to come together once a year for a celebration unless the majority vote against it, even if all the other members are dead. Then in 1766 the last member is visited by his fellows and is censored for failing in his duties by the president. The Treasure of John Badcock is a rather underwhelming story, as concerning a treasure left behind by the former prior of St. Giles after the dissolution of the monasteries. The true history of Anthony Fryer is the story of Anthony Fryer, who searched for the magisterium, the cure for all human ills, during the plague ravaging the city in the summer of 1551. His one companion he finds dead at his post, then he sees the dead holding a mass for himself. The Necromancer relates the story of a visit of noted religious fanatic William Dowsing to Jesus College accompanied by Cromwell's soldiers in 1643. He suspects the local mathematician Thomas Allen of Satanism simply because he knows math, but he is somehow right and he sees Allen crawling along the house in the form of a black cat. Then one night he sees the cat again despite Allen being definitely dead. Brother John's request concerns an old miser who cheats the college that took him in out of an inheritance embezzled from his former monastery. But his ghost does show up and force the monks to keep their end of the bargain anyway, and bury him in a place of honor and do a mass for his soul. The Burden of Dead books has the narrator discover an obscure theological treatise from 3 centuries ago written by one Matthew Makepeace. By the time his grand work, Speculum Archimagiae Sivestraguli Babyloniaci Direptio, nec non officiarum et prestigiarum Romano Papisticarum Apocalypsis Liberima, is finished, he no longer believes in it. But then he meets a man who knows him intimately without the two ever having met. And in defiance, the central point of his work being that miracles no longer happen, this man shows Makepeace a miracle. He is the same man who visited him many years ago, having exchanged bodies with a more well-to-do target some time ago, as he had done many times before. He teaches Makepeace how to do this, and in a moment of weakness Makepeace swaps bodies with his young apprentice. But he can't figure out how to reverse it, so he makes a run for it. In Thankful Thomas, a man looks for hidden treasure in an old church, but as he looks for it he hears the dead having a mass downstairs, and he tries to ward them off by ringing a bell, but the bell falls on him and crushes him to a pulp. But they do find a long-lost organ close to his mangled corpse, so we can call this a bit of a wash.